Hello YouTube, HPZ here today, and it's Sunday. Sunday is my little thing where I basically answer tag requests, talk about games that I bought this week, and also today I'm doing a little bit something different. I'm going to also be doing a rant because there is something I want to get off my chest, and it has affected me for the last 2 months quite badly, and very bad yesterday as well. So first things first, Big G tagged me in the free questions tag. It doesn't have an official name yet, and we don't know who to thank for it, but it's basically 3 questions. The first being, what's your favorite potato chip? The second being, what game do you regret not having complete in box? I've got a few of those. And the third being, your favorite holiday. And then you have to tag 3 other people, which I will do at the end of the tag. So to start off with, my favorite potato chip. Now, you can't buy them anymore. I presume it was probably because the MSG content in that was so high. It's a surprise we don't all have Alzheimer's today. Maybe I do, I've got a terrible memory. But yeah, they took it off of the market. But as a kid, when I was growing up, you had these round corn-like chips. I can't remember the name of it. I can remember they were very, very garlicky and pungent, but I used to love them. I still do. I wish I could buy those again. Really can't remember the name of them, unfortunately. But seeing as this tag probably refers to what's your favorite chip today, I'll have to say it's this stuff here. Doritos, the sweet chili pepper flavor. I'm honest, I wanted to present a full bag, but being me and being my favorite chip, last night, gaming, movies, that bag kind of disappeared. So that's my favorite potato chip. It's not actually made from potatoes, it's made from corn, but you know me, I always cheat in the tags. Anyway, the next thing the next question is, what game do you have that you wish you had boxed and complete? And now here's the thing, I don't know, there's going to be 2 answers for this. The first one is a game that I've got only in digital form that I wish I had complete, and all of you know my favourite game by now, it's Doom 1 and 2. I only own the digital version on Steam, and I only bought that about a year ago because I can't find a boxed version. That's that simple. I could probably import one from the States, but at the same time I'd rather import a game console. And that's the first one, so I don't know if that one counts or not. The second one is one that I actually have a physical copy of, and I regret because I'm still kicking my rear for that one. As a kid growing up, you know, you don't always take care of all of your stuff, and things go missing, you throw stuff away, and this would have been the ultimate thing for me to keep. And I didn't. I threw the stuff away as a kid. And that is Duke Nukem Kiloton Edition. This is all that I've got left. Disc 1 and Disc 3, which is all you need to actually install the game. Disc 2 was a video tutorial, and a text tutorial on how to complete the game. So basically like a walkthrough, but very in-depth. Edited out all of the secrets, all of the things, and I misplaced that. It also came in a very big dice box that would be perfect for display, but I lost it, and it also had a lot of manuals and other things in there. And one of my favorite games of all time is Duke Nukem, and I was a stupid kid that lost it. Now, the other thing is favorite vacation. There is only one favorite vacation. When we were 12 years old, you guys know already, we weren't too rich, we couldn't go on vacation a lot, but we have an uncle, or more like a friend of my father knew from work, that lived in Switzerland. And one year they came up through and we showed them all the South African places. It was great, my second best vacation ever. But the following year they said, you know what, we're from Switzerland, we don't know a lot of places in Switzerland, we also want to see our own country. Come through, we'll pay for the plane tickets and we'll show you everything in Switzerland. and we were there for 3 weeks. It was the best time of my life. We didn't stay at a single place longer than 3 days. Every single time we moved to a different place. After 3 days, we went somewhere else. We saw everything that was in that area, all the museums. We went to cheese factories, chocolate factories, glass blowing factories. It was just absolutely amazing. And the whole place, I can't describe it. It's South Africa. If there's a field, if there's empty space, the grass literally, you get the feel that the grass like goes this long, and there's stuff that grows in the middle, and you don't get any flat sort of plains everywhere. And when we were in Switzerland, everything was flat and green, and you could walk anywhere, no one cared. You can walk for the whole day from A to B and just go hiking, and we did that often. It was amazing. And to top it all off, the last week we stayed there, we stayed in this little cottage, and in the mountains, in the Alps, and we actually hiked around the Alps as well. It was summer, the snow in some places started melting, but there was still like these snow patches and all over the place. And the sad part about that is 3 months after we left, the next tenant in that place, we were informed, stayed there, and it burnt down. Can't ever go back there again. Doesn't exist anymore. So that's my favorite holiday of all time, and for good reason. I had a blast. Best memories ever, and it almost changed my life as well as a kid. I set goals to get better jobs and things. Well, I didn't achieve most of those. The idea was that I can immigrate out of South Africa and maybe go to Switzerland or somewhere else, because I saw there's better places out there. That's my favorite vacation spot then. So, on to purchases. Unfortunately, as you know, I've made videos for about 3 weeks, and the reason for that is there just hasn't been anything. Retro related or games related, I haven't found anything that I need to buy that. Prices have gone up again on PS3 games, Xbox games and PS2 games. Most of the second-hand price shops have pushed it up again. I'm not too sure why, and even then it wasn't anything I really wanted. But I did pick up a couple of things. There's only two retro items here of note, and the first thing I want to talk about is the Elk Murder, which is point-and-click mystery adventures. I think someone reviewed this. I think it was LGR reviewed this, or a DOS game. I really can't remember which. It's made by Activision. It's this classic sort of cop mystery that you have to solve and talk to people, interview. Back before CSI was a thing, this was probably the closest I would say to the CSI gameplay today. It's very similar to this. You go around talking to people, picking up clues. You have to be at places at certain times to get the right people or see the right things. And I like these sort of games. I like my point-and-click stuff. So that's pretty good. The next thing on my list is, I actually bought it out of that was 10 Rand by the way, so $1. 15 Rand, I got Dog Warriors. I don't know if this was original. I actually like this anime. The full title is The Legend of the Dog Warriors Dark Ended, which is very interesting, and I actually enjoyed it. So 15 Rand for that, well worth it. Then at my other cash converter, it's a bit big so I couldn't have it next to me. They had a clear out on all of their CRT screens. They had 3 CRTs there, a CTX brand, a Picups Bell brand and a Samsung. And normally I would have taken the CTX. I had that exact same screen many years ago, but it didn't have the base, so it was completely flat if you put it down, so it's impractical. So I ended up taking a Samsung for 129 Rand, and I'll cut in the video for me showing you what that is. And pixel perfect, I really do like that screen. Hello YouTube, and here's the screen I was talking about, and I don't know how good this will come up on camera, but it's absolutely pixel perfect. Beautiful screen. I don't think it was used very often. There's no way to really tell if it was used often or not. There's the price still on it. Massive 129 Rand. Here's the model number. Fantastic screen. This is DOS games at 320 by 240. It doesn't care. It just plays them absolutely beautifully. Crisp, clear. Greens are very vibrant there. The phosphor doesn't have any burn-ins or anything like that. And for $12, I'm not going to say no. Now, you haven't seen, I don't know if I've made a video on this one yet, but that's my little secondary retro rig. That is a AMD K62, it's a 400 megahertz. It has a Voodoo 2, it has a Verge DX, S3 Verge DX graphics card, and a Sound Blaster 16. That's my primary retro rig, and at the back there you can see what the basic project is going to be about. Is this switch over here. I'm hoping that with a bit of some of the cables I need to still get, I'm going to have a manual KVM switch over for that. I've got a 386 I'm working on as well, which will sit right there next to it, and I'll be able to use both of those just by switching over modern and old retro games all in one system. So the other thing I didn't mention in the video was these exclusive books had their massive clearance again, and I bought 35 books and about 4 CDs, 10 Rand each, $1 each, and they're all more or less IT related. I really want to get better at programming, at that sort of thing, so that I can get better at life, basically, because as I heard in the video, or as you're probably going to hear still, I'm not making it out every month. And if I can learn some more packages and things, okay, I might be able to increase my IT skill and get a better job. That's the hope for it. So, same way I always learn is I teach myself. It's the best way to learn. Now, for those of you wondering just why I've got a bit of a beard today, this morning my pipe burst. Completely non-related, I know. You can see I was about to shave when that happened, and I'm not going to be shaving with cold water. Sorry guys. I know that I should look nice and tidy, but I really don't care too much about doing it with cold water for you, because it's always a terrible job and a bad idea. But yes, this is absolutely pixel perfect. Can't see because of the torch. Let's see what happens if I do this. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous display for 129 Rand. And if you're going to build one of these old computers, you really need a CRT. LCD technology is better, but it makes your games look worse because it has no scan lines. So while being better, while being more accurate, it displays the pixels better, it looks like crap. Sorry for that. If you're really going to do one of these computers, and they're cheap enough to fetch, or to buy right now, and these down, it's absolutely nothing compares with them. And also on the Voodoo games, if you're playing like 3DFX based games, that's where the shine comes from. You know, the cars have that great shine. That's the reason. Those monitors, they get it looking good. They had reboots. It still has some bugs that I need to sort out, but I'm ironing out those as I progress. So back to the couch. Now, the other thing that I saw there as well at the same cash converters, no, this was at a different cash converter to sell to on Friday, was this Packer Bell. Normally I don't like Packer Bell brand stuff, I just stay away from them. The main reason is that it's always just rebadged. whatever cheapest stuff they can get out of China, including their screens. I can remember when I was at CSS, computers, backup belt screens would die in the dozens. So one day you'll probably get 6 of them coming in. And we never got that with all of the other screens, so that's why I didn't pick up that backup belt screen as well. But 19 Rand for a keyboard. I needed this for the computer in the other room. It's using one of my wireless keyboards at the moment, and the main reason I got it is PS2 compatible. Surprisingly, these are getting harder to track down in good condition. You can get keyboards that's very poor condition, that's PS2, but you don't know if they work or not. And paying any sort of money for that is a gamble. So when you go to Cashmere's, you get home, you plug it in, and one button doesn't work. You can't take it back, and stripping those things and cleaning them out and getting them working again, it's a nightmare. So 19 Rand for this one. It didn't look like it's ever actually been used. It has 1 or 2 minor scratches, and the rest is just dust. So $1.90 for that. I thought, oh great, even though it's backward bar, feels right, it's only a keyboard. I'll take it home. It's not like it's one of the old IBM keyboards, which if you ever see one of those, buy it, they're absolutely brilliant. And on my way out to the counter, actually something spotted my eye in the Wii sections. I don't normally buy these, but the first thing I normally do when I buy Wii's or buy consoles or cash converters is see how many of these stickers are on there. If there's, because they'll mark things down slowly but surely. And this one had a lot of stickers on there, and it had a big price tag of 149 Rand, which is $14. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's never been opened. It looks like the back of it, all of the little stickers there, they're nice and flat, so no one's ever had a go at fixing this. It is the LEM model, which means that it can't read DVD-Rs, but at $14, why not? I can keep this as a spare, fix my other machines when needed. I actually do have another spare, so I might actually even trade this one. But what I thought I would do in the next coming weeks is do a Wii softmod tutorial. It's about time. They're easy enough to do by now, and you can do it at home. They're extremely versatile. You can run emulators, there's media players. It's actually a pretty nice system once you softmod it. The other thing that they did is, on the way home, I thought, okay great, that's cheap enough, let's test it. So I stopped at my mom's place, and she also has a Wii, swapped the power cable around, and actually has Super Mario Bros. In there, which is awesome, original. So that on its own I would say is worth $14 locally, because those games secondhand, all of the Mario games are always secondhand, extremely expensive. So it was an absolute bargain. And that kind of brings me to the last thing I want to talk about. I'm busy doing a trade with one of a fellow YouTuber. I'm not going to spoil who it is yet or anything of the sort, so I've got the box packed with his things. Everything is ready for him. I close the box and go to the post office, and there's a letter on the door. We are sorry for the inconvenience, but for your own safety we have closed the post office and for an undetermined time until strike action is over. So it's closed. You can't get in, you can't get your mail, you can't do anything else. Now the backstory to this is, for about 2 months in South Africa, maybe more, the post office has been on strike. It's something silly. It's not wage disputes. It's about who gets permanent employment and who stays on as casuals. But it's been going on for 2 months plus now. All of my mail that they've been delayed. I was lucky enough the other week, some stuff came through and they were still open then, but by now apparently it's so dangerous that they felt the need to close some of the post offices down in Gauteng. There was a list on the door of all of the ones that's closed, and they're all close to me. And it means that you can't go post things. I mean, 2 months without post. I'd look on Facebook, there's companies out there that depend on mail to do their work, that they like legal documents, they needed stuff, and Some of them had to go through courier services, and it's getting to the point where they can't afford to run their company. They can't. Some of them said that they're going to be closing down if this continues any longer. And I can understand why. Couriers are extremely expensive. And yet here we have a bunch of people that decide that we don't care about the rest of the country, we're not going to go to work at all, and we're going to create a dangerous environment to the point where they have to close down the post offices, and they do. There's been protests where they burn things, they throw bricks at cars, and innocent people get hurt. Why? I can understand if your job isn't great and you're not making it out, but if you go into a civil service position, that's the post office, hospitals, police, fire chiefs, that sort of thing, firefighters. You don't go there just to make money, you actually go there to serve the people. And if you feel that you can't make enough money out of it, you really should work to either get a promotion or get out of the company and do something else. It's probably very rude for me to say this, but I don't see why you should go that far with it and start hurting people. If you want to protest, still go to work, do a go slow, don't work as efficiently, let the management not know, let the media know, and create a stir, say this is how we're treated badly, and get that sorted out. But that's not how things work. They would rather protest for 3 months, not go to work, not get paid, because they don't get paid for protest action, and burn things down, throw cars with bricks, and force places to close. It's part of living in this country, I guess. And I'm sure a lot of you will say that I'm being heartless and selfish about this, but sorry, I am. It's a service that I use, and a few months or a couple of years back, the hospitals did the same thing, where if you were injured or anything like that, there just wasn't enough nurses, and the media didn't cover a lot of it, but I'm sure people probably also died during that. And I don't understand the logic for that if you go into that sort of work. I'm in IT, I'm a junior IT tech, and I don't make enough to survive. Every month I have to choose between what I buy. Yes, I do my second-hand things, but I do have ways of funding that. What you don't see is that I do buy other systems, repair them and sell them. It's kind of how I get a bit of extra income, and that's how I survive. But the bottom line is, imagine if every IT technician in South Africa decided we're going to strike to today. The whole infrastructure, all the computers in the country will go down, but no one thinks like that in IT. We don't do that, because we know that what we do is important, that there are people relying on us. If their printer doesn't work that day, the documents doesn't get printed, the company doesn't make money, and well, everyone suffers. So if we've got that sort of mentality, why can't people at like the post office or at the hospital think similarly, what the police or that's why you do what you do. Surviving is important. You need enough money to survive, yes, but if you do go into those sort of jobs, you also have a sort of responsibility to the public, to everyone else. Surviving can be difficult, but you need to find other ways to substitute it, especially in this country. There's no way anyone that's 50 or less of the South African youth can survive on the pay they give you. Even if you're in legal positions or you're studying to be a doctor and stuff, the initial pay isn't good enough to pay back the money you spend to get the education, plus then to survive on. There are people in South Africa where the kids are in their 30s, 32, 33, 34, 35, still staying with the parents. Probably separate on the house or whatever, but the simple fact is they can't afford rent. And we all start off with a passion. My passion was computers. I became IT tech, and electronic engineer, and none of those went up. can afford me. It's just the way things are. So I make a plan and I do my other sidelines and I get money from it. I guess that's the end of my rant. If you have stories about the post office or striking, or you think that I'm just a moron, I'm being selfish, post them in the comments. I would like to hear them. And that's on that low note, that's probably me, HPZ for today. Like always, please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you.